Floating and sinking. The goal of this unit is for students to understand the variables in determining whether an object will float or sink. In this unit, we will focus on buoyancy, buoyancy force, gravity, and density. Buoyancy is the tendency of an object to float, and buoyant force is the upward thrust of a fluid that pushes up on an object. Weight is the downward force, and density is the amount of mass per unit. It is important to know that most people confuse weight and density with each other. Some of the common misconceptions about floating and sinking that students and adults may have is that all heavy objects sink, all light objects float. In order for something to float, it has to have some type of air in it. And one of the major misconceptions is that two things that are the same weight and size will both either float or sink. This simple surfing test will show the difference between density and weight. I will drop both of the cans of soda into the water at the same time. As we can clearly see, the Diet Pepsi is floating and the regular Pepsi has sunk. It is sunk because it has more sugar in it, which makes it more dense. If an object or substance is more dense than the volume of water, it will sink. If it is less dense than the volume of water, it will float. The two main ideas of this unit is to know that substances or objects that are less dense than the volume of water will float, and substances or objects that are more dense than the volume of water will sink.